I think here at Dunbar we have a lack of student-faculty connections. I think the student-to-teacher ratio is extremely offset. I think we have way more students than we do teachers, and I just think with that we don't get the personal connection with the students that we actually need. In other countries such as Finland, they have more one-on-one interaction with their students, and I just think that leads to a more steady growth of the student.
For example, last year in my math class we had about like 30-something people in our class, and like it was really hard to like get the teacher to help you, especially in class. And I mean, we do offer that ESS on after school. However, it's only offered on one day, and a lot of kids maybe Thursdays is not a good day for them. So maybe like if we had something similar to ESS, but it was like maybe during the school day or like more after school stuff on different days, it'd be better.
I liked what Stephanie imagined about like office hours in college. You have professors that just, you can come in anytime during a certain period and get help. Like if we had that during school, like a period during school where kids can do that instead of having to come after school when they might have rehearsals or they have to take the bus because of a home situation. They don't have that opportunity.
There should be another like addition onto that for kids who stay after school for sports or for other clubs or band and other things like that, because they put a lot more time in after school and they probably need more academic help.
I agree with that. Being a soccer player all 4 years of high school, I just think that, especially if I'm struggling with a class, say it be like a math class or something like that, something where it builds onto itself over a period of time. If I'm playing a sport that has like a rigorous practice schedule that's every day after school at a certain time, and you're expected to be there, then when you're, obviously academics are first, but at the same time your coach is going to be like, where are you? I just think that like Sloan said, it's just equal opportunity. I think that if I need to be at the sport I need to be there, but I also need to be given the same opportunity as the others.
And you have to maintain that specific GPA in your coaches or your leaders or whatever club, whatever you're participating in. They require a certain like grade point average out of you, and if you don't, then you don't get to participate. So that extra help will help you to not only be successful in the classroom, but also successful out like on the field.
Sometimes you can feel from like sports coaches or like band directors, you can tell that they really don't care about how you do in academics. It's all about this activity that you need to do. But you're missing so many opportunities to get better. And like, especially with like trips, you miss 2 or 3 days of school. It's impossible to get caught up, especially when you have to go back after school. You can't come after school because you have practice, so you don't have any opportunity to get caught back up. So it just continues building up and building up. And then when the season finally ends, you're just like, oh, I have 14 C's. It's just like, yeah.
I feel like a good way to put this ideal into action would be to kind of divide them, instead of having like a study hall where all the kids are pretty much just goofing off for one entire class period. We can offer the ESS instead, and we could, if we get more teachers involved with that, it would be much easier. It would be easier on them, and students would be able to get the help that they need.
Instead of just having a study hall or just doing ESS, where you have to have a teacher in the classroom with you, if you give like students the opportunity to like peer tutor with another student, so we have peer tutor classes, but honestly we get put into general classes, and those kids, they never really ask for help as much as they should. They usually go to the teacher, and then that's about it. So if we were able to like have some kids volunteer to tutor in a class and get credit for it, I think that'd be really good, like a good idea. Well, I think since I had a peer tutor back my junior year, we didn't do a lot in there. I actually got to finish a lot of my second block homework in there instead of actually peer tutoring kids. That's a really big problem, because if I'm in there to like help them and I'm not even helping them, there's a big problem with that.
I had classes with kids in it who were peer tutors, and I didn't even realize that they were peer tutors until like halfway through the school year, because no one ever asked them for
I tried to be a peer tutor for an advanced class and they told me no. But I don't think that's okay because just because a student is in an advanced class doesn't mean they don't need help. I feel like kids in advanced classes are more apt to ask for help than in general. As I saw it, and they didn't want to do their work half the time anyway, so it was kind of a waste.
I'm a peer tutor right now, and a lot of times, like when I'm helping someone, they're just like waiting for me to get along with the process so they can write down the answer. Like, so I feel like they don't, like a lot of students don't spend like time like trying to think of why that's actually the answer or like how I got to that. They're just waiting for me to like get to the end of the problem so they can write down the answer. So I feel like having that block of time where the whole time is devoted to doing the work, then the students will be more likely to be more engaged in actually understanding what's going on than just trying to write down the answer to get the work done.
Alan's idea of peer tutors is a really good idea because not only will students sometimes more likely to listen to their peers, but also because of the lack of money that Fayette County has for those teachers to help students, it's a better way to go economically because you don't have to fund for teachers to go for ESS or help tutor after school or something.
Our teachers need to view the students who are capable also as resources for other students to learn from, because a lot of teachers, even though they can talk constantly about one thing, they don't really understand the mindset that certain students have, and the ability for other students to connect with them and teach them more one-on-one is a lot more valuable.
The ability to have a peer tutor in like a really advanced class would be helpful because like even in like a AP Calculus BC class, like you never have a peer tutor in there. But if you have a problem with your homework, you can go ask one of your friends who's taken the class before, like who might be in even the level above. So, and that's usually like one of the best resources is someone who's taken the class recently and like understands your problems with it. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's easier to connect with a student wherein the teacher may be trying to go to 7 different people who have problems with this extremely hard homework when it could be a simple solution of someone else. Like it doesn't matter that's a student, as long as they know how to do it, they can be helpful. So.